Did you know that the most important part of a Facebook ad is the creative section? It's the image or the video. 80% of the reason someone will click on an ad or stop in their newsfeed is because of the image, the creative, the video. And so the most important part, if you just want to get someone's attention, is to get the creative right. Now, once they see the creative and they stop, the next thing they're going to do is read the headline. So that headline has to be rock solid. You have to have a headline that addresses a pain point, that calls out your prospect, and that shows them very quickly that they're going to find a solution to a pain point if they read further. And then the third thing they look at is the actual body text. You know, the text that you write? Well, that is the third thing they look at if the creative gets their attention. If the headline seems appealing, then they'll read the actual copy, the text. And then finally, they're going to click on that button below if they want to take action. So that's the last thing that the last action they'll take. And so when you're writing a Facebook ad or creating a Facebook ad, it's really important that you get your creative part dialed in. And so there's quite a few different things you can do. The first thing is you can have a video. Right now, Facebook is doing really well with video. Facebook wants to become, I think, the next YouTube. And so any video content that is uploaded to its platform, they are pushing that out to users. And so if you have a Facebook ad that is a video, it'll be cheaper to get that ad in front of lots more people as opposed to if you're using an image. So it doesn't mean there's no place for images. So I still use images. My number one ad is an image. And that's because I'm asking for someone to take action to sign up for a webinar or a live training. The video I've split tested and the image is just working better at the moment. But for a lot of you, videos are very, very powerful because it's cheaper, because you can get your message across very quickly in 3 seconds with something moving or some text that you might flash across the screen. And so I love it. I use it all the time. And it's really good for retargeting ads. So if you're trying to build your brand and build your notoriety on Facebook and build your profile, video is the best way of doing it. And especially that Facebook will push that out to more people. It's definitely the way to go. So I want to encourage you to use more video. And so images, if you're using an image or even a video, what you need to do is get their attention. So there's a few different types of images you can use. The first type of image is just an image that it's congruent with what you're selling. So if you're selling, if you're a dentist, have a picture of a dentist. If you're selling lawn mowing services, have a picture of someone mowing the lawn. Okay, that's the first type of image. The second type of image is an image that's purely just attention grabbing. Now, it might be related to your topic, so it might be a dentist, but it might be a dentist with like a chainsaw, right? That's trying to remove someone's teeth. That's quite shocking, right? It's attention grabbing. But a lot of companies have been able to use attention grabbing images that have nothing to do with the actual product or service they're selling. And so I want to encourage you to try these kind of images, to test them and see which ones get the better response. Because remember, the purpose of the image or the video is to get someone to stop. Get them to stop scrolling. They're scrolling on their phone and they're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and all of a sudden this image comes up and they stop. The next thing that you want them to do is to read the headline. So the third type of image is an image that is of a real person. So a real life type of image. An image that doesn't look like stock photography. It doesn't look like a model. It doesn't look like it's been staged by a marketing company. And so that kind of image is very important, because Facebook is all about friends and family. And if you can create an image that almost looks like friends and family, then people will typically stop and it'll get their attention. And so using real images of your employees or your workplace or your staff out in the field, that is a very good type of image to test as well. And the last one is an image with text on it. So having text over the top of an image is very, very important. And so what we tend to do is we'll split test those 4 types of image. So we'll have an image that's congruent with what we're selling, another image that's out there and attention grabbing and may have nothing to do with what we're selling. We'll have one that's typically of a real person. It looks like, is that my mum? Is that my friend? Is that my brother, my sister? And the third one is any combination of those images with text on it. And typically you want to have 4 images for every ad, and you want to cross those types of styles. And that will really help you test what kind of image your audience is actually going to click on. And what you'll find is whatever you like is typically what won't work. So it's always good to put in some images that you think, I don't really like this image. And that's fine, put it in, because you'll be surprised at what people on Facebook actually click on. I've been wrong many times. That's why I always do 4 or 5 images, because the ones I love typically don't do well, and the ones I don't really like typically will do well. So I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. So I want to encourage you, when you're putting together a Facebook ad, I want to encourage you to split test lots of different types of images, and really understand that the number one reason why people will stop scrolling in the Facebook feed is because of your image or the video that you show. And if you can create one and spend that time crafting an image or creating an image or a video that is attention grabbing, your cost per conversion will go down. It'll cost you less to make a sale or less to get a lead, and your dollars will go further. And so if you want any advice or to learn more about this kind of thing, I want to encourage you to go to our group. It's called The Profitable Web Designer. It's on Facebook, and it's a community where I do lots of teaching in there, and we ask lots of questions, and we help each other build a pretty amazing web design business. And so go to Facebook, type in Profitable Web Designer. I look forward to seeing you on the inside.